It is Bruins Benders Postgame Live on the Inside the Rink YouTube channel with Matty and Smitty. Click subscribe. Get your Bruins Benders merch on InsideTheRink.com/Bruins-Benders. Follow us on social media. Bruins lose it again tonight. Rinse and repeat, 7-2 to the Los Angeles Kings. As we said last night, this was not going to be a good one, and it wasn't. Jeremy Swayman back in net, gives up 7 goals in this one. Many of them soft and leaky. And boy, this team is. Did they get to? I think we had the under in shots, right? Did they get? We did.
No, they didn't
hit the under.
Yeah, okay. Hit it.
Hit the under. Good. Hit the under. Under 15 shots. Yeah. And they had 12. I want to say they had 12 through 2 periods, so they only needed 3 shots to get it, and they did not. I think they got 1 shot in the third.
I believe 1 shot. Yep, 13 shots total.
1 shot in the third. So, just not a lot there. And anyway, not a lot of defense, not a lot of offense, and your goaltending is in.
Kings didn't really 7 goals on 17 shots, did they?
The Kings had 7 on 19. I think it was.
Okay.
They had 6 on 18. I think they scored a 7. I think it was 19 or 20 shots. 7 goals.
It's not updated.
Yeah.
So it might be different than.
I mean, it wasn't great.
No, either way. I mean, anyway, it's awful. I mean, he should walk himself after that fucking performance.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty bad. I mean the 6th goal was he almost got beat short side again.
Yeah,
hit the post. Yeah, and then he coughs up a rebound. And they keep possession, and then he gives up a goal. Like he's way off his angle. He's pointing at the official. I don't even know what he's talking about.
He thought he was interfered with by the guy that was like kind of maybe brushed against his pad.
Yeah,
like maybe like a second or two before that. Like he was in his own head. He was lost. He was. I mean, look, the team was bad in front of him. It was.
Mm-hmm.
They like Geno when he rang the post there, short side was wide open. There was no one within 4 feet of him.
Really bad.
So, I mean, I understand that the Bruins defense is leaky and that can't give you confidence as a goaltender. I understand all that. But you got to make a fucking save, dude. And stop fucking complaining about everybody else. Like, make a motherfucking save. You want to set the goalie market. You set it, and now you fucking stink. So... What are we doing? The Bruins are going to be hamstrung by this fucking contract. We talked about how bad the Elias Lindholm contract is. This one's worse. I mean, I mentioned it a while back there, but saying is this contract going to be worse than the Elias Lindholm one? And right now, it fucking looks that way. It really does. It looks that way. Yeah. It looks like they overpaid for a goalie who lost it. And I almost put on Twitter, and I decided not to, and decided I'd save it for this. He has a weakness, low blocker, and everybody's shooting there now, and it's going in all the fucking time.
All the time. Quentin Byfield's shot,
low blocker. Buy him.
Yeah, there's a defenseman on the other side, so basically, just have that angle, and that should be an easy save.
He's beat clean, low blocker all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
All the time. Low blocker. Yeah. Off his angle. It's just, I'll tell you, they might have the book on him. And now you want this guy to play 65 games?
I think they do have the book on him now. Yeah. I think it's out there. He's been around the league enough.
Mm-hmm.
They've scouted him. It's what happens with goalies. Mm-hmm. And you can beat him there.
And when you get a couple early, it tends to snowball on him. Even before this season, like you would score a couple early, and he doesn't stop the bleeding very often. He has to be sharp early.
For a guy who's supposed to be a fucking bulldog, he doesn't really have the mental toughness. He's a fake tough guy. He's fake like, I want to fight with all my equipment on. Mm-hmm. Anyone who will challenge me, I want to fight. But when it comes to mental toughness and be able to rebound after letting a bad goal in, can't do it.
I want to see what happens when someone actually says, "Okay, let's go." I want to see what that fight looks like.
Kemper wanted to fight him tonight, and look, I'm as much as I'm calling Swayman out for being a fake tough guy and all that shit, I wanted to see it. Like, these fucking referees, for the love of Christ.
Just let it happen.
You know, they have no idea how bad Bruins fans have had it all year long. Like, can you just fucking give us this? Can you just let our goalie go out there and fucking fight somebody? For the love of Christ. It's been a fucking miserable, slog the whole fucking year. Just let us have a little bit of fun this one time. And nope, can't do it.
No.
They gotta fucking get in the way. Two guys that want to fight, regular players, yeah, that's fine. But goalies can't for some fucking reason? Why not? They got more fucking shit on. They'll be fine. Let them go.
Yeah. 670 save percentage tonight.
That's pretty good. So is fucking 825 or whatever you had going into this game probably went down a little bit. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I swear to God.
Producer Carter says the refs on Swayman fight. It's like the girl who stops you at third base because you forgot a condom. It's that thing. That's how bad it was tonight. I'll tell you what, it'll take a pack of condoms to get through the rest of this season because there's 10 games to go and 4 at home, 6 on the road. And I'll tell you,
I'm watching.
They're not going to win any of them.
I tell you what, I'm hate watching the rest of these games. I'm in full speed. Like, I want to see it all. I want them to lose. They've been outscored. I lost track now because I was counting the Kings game too. During the 6-game losing streak, I believe they've been outscored either because I don't know if it was 6 or 5 when I started counting, but it's either 29-11 or 30-11 over the 6-game losing streak.
Okay. 20.
So that's not great.
Right. No.
So they're averaging giving up 5 and scoring less than 2.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a great combination.
Your average loss during your losing streak right now is
5-2.
5 to 5-2, 5-1.5.
5-1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're losing by 4 goals a game. Yeah, that's not good at all. I mean, we talked about it last night. Like, is this the worst lineup out there? And Chicago and them are like neck and neck. Like, San Jose's better. They just showed it yesterday.
Yeah, San Jose's, but Chicago won tonight 7-4.
Yeah.
I think.
Chicago won tonight. Yeah. And Taylor Hall had a hat trick tonight.
Yeah.
Halsey. Yeah.
Halsey.
I don't think this team's going to win another game. I think they're going to lose in Anaheim. They play Anaheim and Pittsburgh, 2 teams they're just slightly ahead of. Now I think they're tied with Pittsburgh for winning percentage. So those 2 teams right there, they lose those 2 games. They have the Devils twice. They have the Canes. They have the Capitals. They have the Canadians. So I don't know if they're going to win another game.
I don't think they will.
Which is great, I guess, right? Because you might get top 5 then.
That's what you want.
The Sabres might catch you.
I hope
7
they do.
points behind you.
I hope they do catch you.
Can you imagine after all that, the Sabres caught you? After they've been on losing streaks, they have epic losing streaks all year long.
So have the Bruins.
They might catch you.
So have the Bruins.
Yeah. Well, they lost now 8 in a row, 7, 9 in a row. What is it? Oh, Jesus Christ.
So this is Ty Anderson says going to be 6 straight losses for the Bruins. 2nd such streak this season. Only other teams to do that at least 2 times this season: Buffalo, Columbus, Nashville, and San Jose. So the worst teams in the league. This is also the first time the Bruins have had multiple 6+ games winless streaks in the same season since 14-15, and just the 3rd time since the 2004-2005 lockout year. So yeah, historically bad team right now. Yeah. Can't get any shots. Yeah. They fell offensively to 28th in the league, 29th in the league in shots. Might be worse than that now after counting this game. Just anemic offensively, and then they can't defend either. Like I've said all year long, they don't do anything well. Nothing.
There's nothing they do well right now. Holy
they don't
shit.
do anything well, and they haven't done anything well all year.
No,
they're not a good power play team. They're not a good penalty killing team. Their goaltending sucks. Their forward group is pathetic. They can't defend. So what do they do well? Nothing.
Well, here's one bright light. Morgan Geekie has 25 goals now.
Yeah.
And that looks closer and closer, looking toward arbitration than that bad boy. I don't know what's happening there.
Morgan Geekie, if he hits 30 goals, will be the first Bruins free agent signing to hit 30 goals since Jerome McGinley.
And McGinley was what? 12? 2012? Was he on the? No, he wasn't on the 13th team. That was Jagr, right?
Yeah.
Was Jagr on the 13th team?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a while back.
Jagr on the 19th team. Yeah. It was a while back.
It was a while back.
It was a long while back. Yeah. Can you imagine Geekie? So that arbitration, I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know if they're going to give him a multi-year deal and just blow that thing out of the water, or if they're going to really try to, they seem to be playing a little bit more hardball with contract negotiations now. They never liked to go to arbitration. Then they go with Swayman, and then he gets pissed off about it. So are they really willing to go to arbitration again with someone?
I don't think I think Swayman took the team. The team didn't want to go. The team still wanted to work out a deal. I think.
That's true. But if you're not giving him what he wants, then then you're going.
I mean, if he wanted fucking 10 or whatever the fuck he wanted,
right? And then fuck yourself. Yeah. Can you imagine he starts at 10 and now that he lays this fucking egg of a season? Like he wanted 10.
Yeah.
Wow. And they gave him 8.25, and they should have given him 6.5. Like people were talking about. They should have given him Gibson money and Kemper money and all that bullshit.
He hasn't proven a thing. So he hasn't proven a thing.
Not a thing at all. Fox Guy 67 says, I'm sure Raycroft will find a way to defend him though. Yeah, Razor defends the goalies.
Yeah, I mean he's a goalie.
I mean, there were three goals tonight three goals I can think of off the top of my head that an $8.25 million goalie needs to make the save. He just needs to make it. Like, you can't give up 7 goals.
No, make it.
How many times? Like,
I mean, he's so worried about everything else going on around him.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things about Tuukka Rask that I loved, and I think the team as a whole loved, was that he was so fucking calm back there. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing rattled him. He'd get pissed off if he let a goal in. Like, you've seen him, especially early in his career, smashing sticks and so forth.
Oh, yeah, sure. In Providence.
But during the actual game,
no.
Like, so calm, it just...
Which is one of the reasons why some Bruins fans didn't like him, because they didn't think he cared enough. You know what I'm saying? But it also helped him be the best goalie they ever had. Like, statistically, he's the best goalie they ever had. So and now you're seeing like what I mean. You have to have a little bit more appreciation for Tuukka Rask when you watch this shit.
I mean, you should.
You might hate him. You might hate him more than anybody you've ever hated in your life. You still have to appreciate the fact that you know what, that was pretty good because this guy stinks.
Well, I mean, there's some people that just hate goalies.
Yeah,
no matter who it is,
right? They're just going to blame the
goalies because that's the last line of defense. And when the puck goes in, even if the defense is completely out of position and shouldn't have given up the chance, if it goes in, then it's the goalie's fault. And people will always want to believe that. And to a certain degree, sometimes it's true. Sometimes it is the goalie's fault when they let soft ones in, but other times it isn't. Like, there's only so much you can do on a tip, or if you're letting breakaways come in all the time, like, you'd want to save there, but I mean, it's a fucking breakaway against NHL players. You're not saving those all the time. You're just not. So the defense is leaky, and then the goalie's bad. It's a bad combination.
Oh no question. It's a terrible combination. Matthew Curtis says, if this is how the beginning of the next season goes, Pasta will be requesting a trade by the trade deadline. Pastrnak really must be pretty down in the dumps about this. I mean, he's had two straight years where he was pretty much everything for them. And he's seeing this sort of collapse in this rebuild, and he's right in his prime. Like, this is really got to be a tough one for him. If he was can you imagine if he was on a team like Toronto or Colorado with other elite players? My God, he'd have 120 points a year. I mean, he'd be
Oh,
he'd
easily.
be fast tracked to 1,000 points. He'd be just humming right along
Yeah,
to
can you
the Hall
imagine
of
if he
Fame.
was playing with McKinnon?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, yeah, with McDavid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have that guy. All those other guys do. He doesn't have that guy.
No.
And that's that, even Kucherov has better player. Like he
yeah.
doesn't have that guy. He doesn't have it. Unfortunate, says Sean Michael. I would have loved to see Swayman get humbled after eating a couple punches. Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's see what happens there. Like Kemper, let's say Kemper lays him out. Like then what? Like then what? Then the Bulldog's gone.
Right.
You're a Chihuahua who's got a 6'7". You know what I mean? Like now we're in trouble. Now we're really in trouble.
I would have liked to have seen the memes. Like that's look, I just want some fun. Just give me some fun. And that would have been fun to either see him
good old time.
See him, win, or to see him get his ass kicked and get a little fucking slice of humble pie. He could use a little humble pie, I think. He could use a
little humble pie.
He has a pretty fucking high opinion of himself.
He does.
He's gonna set the goalie market and be a number one. Like, you haven't proven shit, dude. Nothing. Yeah. You were splitting time as a backup goalie who didn't start the playoffs either year.
Right.
I mean, you came in relief because you had to. They didn't have choice.
Yeah, the movement doesn't hit till.
And you were the fucking number one all along because you weren't. Yeah. So maybe fucking dial it back a little bit. Take it down a notch and worry about stopping the fucking puck one time.
Yeah.
How about that? Let's worry about that. And business school and setting the goalie market and best friends with Lauko and throw all that shit out the window and worry about stopping the fucking puck one time.
All the sorry Johns. All of them one after the other. Sorry, John.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. Sorry, John.
That was too many F-bombs in a row.
How about this? How about this? Like, Swayman also says he feels great. Healthy as can be.
Best his body's ever felt.
Feeling good. I'm really feeling good about where my body is right now. And because the puck doesn't hit you. So, you don't have any contact or anything. Then, you shouldn't get hurt. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. T. Slizzy says, I'm not saying some of them weren't soft, but those numbers make it look worse. Well, they do. Good point from Matthew Curtis. The no movement doesn't kick in until, year after next.
Yeah.
And then you start to think. They do have a window here. And you have to believe that. I don't think it'll happen this offseason. I think they'll give it a go next year. You have to believe if we get a lot of the same on this team. And it won't be easy because the team, I mean, look at Lindholm. Well, I don't know if Hampus Lindholm will be back, but Charlie McAvoy will be back. They'll probably get some reinforcements on defense. The defense should be better next year from the get-go. So there shouldn't be that excuse for him. And if he doesn't play that great, then by the deadline next year, you could see it happen. And I don't know what you get for him. And I don't know what you retain.
I don't know either, but it might be worth trying to get out from underneath that thing next year.
Get out. Yeah.
And I'll tell you, if you get the same thing out of Elias Lindholm next year too, like both halfway through the year and he has like 8 goals, like you got to seriously consider that thing too. Like get out from underneath that shit. Get out from underneath it, and go full on rebuild with whoever you get in this year's draft and Mittelstadt and. Like you have plenty of centers now, whether they're guys you can build around or not. You don't know because you won't fucking play them,
right? And
you won't play them with talented guys like Mittelstadt tonight with Pastrnak for the first time. Of course, it's going to look a little wonky because they've never fucking played together before,
right?
So, you have some guys there where you can plug in. Now it might not look great, but you're tanking for Gavin McKenna next year anyways. So I don't give a fuck if it looks great or not. I hope Swayman has a worse year next year, and they trade his ass, and then they get the number 1 overall pick. That's what I'm hoping for. Honestly, I hope they win fucking 5 games next year, all by the backup goalie.
Yeah,
and he goes 0 and fucking 56.
I mean, are they going to try to play him 60 games next year? Are they going to try to do that?
They will. because he's getting paid like a number one. So they will. They should.
Yeah.
It should be 2/3, 1/3. He should play 55 games, and whoever the backup is, Korpisalo, should play 27.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they should do it. But they won't. They'll play him 3 out of 4, even though, three times in a row he can't win games. What is he? 3 wins all year in those situations?
3 wins all year in that situation. It's not great.
Yeah.
Hasmick says Sway drew attention to himself with his drama this summer, and now everyone has studied this elite goaltender in quotes and found his weakness. Yeah, which is low blocker all day, every day.
Yeah,
low blocker, short side blocker. There it is. And I know Jacobs have backed Sweeney and Neely, but this ending to the season, I find it so hard to believe Sweeney couldn't be on the hot seat, says Matthew Curtis. It's just not happening because I just don't think it's happening. I think they're going to see what Sweeney can do with this rebuild tool, whatever. And I think to me, I think he's fairly confident he's got a job.
I would agree, but I would agree also with Matthew Curtis that if it gets a little dicey there in these last few home games and people aren't coming, the building's like half full and you're losing badly at home, and you get the fire Sweeney chance and when no one's showing up, like I could see maybe them wanting to possibly make a correction there because
that's the only way that can happen early.
They can't have it.
Just don't go to the games.
They can't have that.
No, they can't have that. And I really believe that they expect to make the playoffs next year, meaning the Jacobs. They're like, we'll do 1 year, but we're not doing 2 years of no playoff gate. So if they come out of the gate not great next year, then I think you're going to really see some hot seats. I think Sweeney is going to try like hell to put a couple of players in place to try to make the playoffs next season right away. Like I don't think this is a full rebuild where you're bad again and you're bad again. I don't think that's it. I think he's going to try to be aggressive enough to make this a playoff roster next year.
I think he's going to try to do that, but I don't think he's going to be successful.
I don't think he's going to be successful at it. That's what the try is going to be.
Oh yeah, he'll 100% trying to.
And I'm sure that's what he sold to the Jacobs. Is that we can get back to the playoffs. Look at we're close now. We're not very good, and we traded everywhere. We're close now. We just need a couple of guys to play a little better, and we need to get some reinforcements. And they're like, okay, and
that's what he'll sell. But it's not.
I don't know if he can do it.
No,
I don't know if he knows he can do it.
I don't think the people are coming. Like I think the people he thinks might come here aren't coming here. Like they're not going to get the Marners and the Bessers and the Ehlers. Those guys aren't coming here.
They're not coming.
Especially not with a team that looks the way that it does right now.
No.
Like I'm going to go there and play offense.
Not unless Pastrnak and McAvoy are wicked recruiters. And not unless they can really recruit, full on, Bergeron calling you, everybody, Chara, everybody trying to call you to convince you to come. I still don't think that's going to work.
It's not going to work.
I don't think people give a rat's ass. I think they want to win or they want to get paid. And I don't think they're going to be able to do either with these guys because they're going to get outbid and they're not going to have a winning team. So 2 strikes. 2 strikes. Sean Michael says Ovi breaks the record on us to put a cherry on the season. That's April 1st. Yeah, so it's coming up. I don't think
Tuesday before we leave for Montreal.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's going to be after that for him.
Yeah, will because he's 7 away right now.
I think he's 7 away, and there's only 3 games.
Yeah, he'd have to go. He'd have to go. I mean, hell, the way we're playing right now, he could score 3 or 4 against us. I mean, he could.
If he's within a hat trick, then there's a chance.
I mean, if he's within a hat trick, it could happen. It could happen.
It could. And I don't like it because then people will buy tickets to that game thinking that he might do it. So then you sell that one out.
No, I've had friends who already bought tickets to that game.
Yeah.
Who are going.
Just give it a shot. Sure.
Just for that thing.
Yeah.
See if
it could also be the last time Ovi plays in the Garden because he might go to the KHL once he breaks it. There's rumors about that. So finishing there.
Mm-hmm.
Swayman would go to center ice and ask for a hug, says Heat Grim. Oh God. Does it strike me as the fighter type. You know what I mean? He talks a big game, and he just doesn't. I think to me, he's more like a little naive enough to get in a fight thinking he'll do okay, and then get his balls beat in. Like, he's that guy. He's like, I can fight, and then boom, 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 and he's on the ice. Like he's done. Like that's the last time. He's like, that's a mistake. I don't know. Not too many main business majors that fight in the streets of Orono. Dmitry Petrovich. We should wait till the season is about to start to negotiate with Geekie. That works well. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Let's get right down to the final hour with Geeks.
You think there's going to be some issues with that contract? You think?
I think that. Boy, I think there's going to be a little bit of a gap there. If I'm Geeky, I'm like 25 goals. Maybe he gets 27 goals, and he has a trajectory is up. And I'm thinking, I'd like a really good deal. Like, you have nothing. I've shown some chemistry with Pastrnak. You have nobody else to play with Pastrnak. You can kind of hold him over a barrel a little bit, make it ugly if you want to.
Sure.
If you want to. And then if they go to arbitration, are you pissing that guy off? So he signs that 1-year deal, and he's gone the next.
Yeah, I mean, good chance of that.
There's some problems there. I really believe it could be that the Bruins give him like a 4-year deal, like just blow it out of the water to avoid all that.
You think they're gonna go?
And I'm not sure that's the right move either.
What you think, 4 times 5 or something like that?
Yeah, like 4 times 5, and say, cap's going up, and we're gonna make a aggressive move or whatever. And I'm not sure that's the best move either, to be honest. I don't know. I still say like 2 times 4 is what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me, but I think Geekie does probably have the leverage. So 4 times 5 might be what you have to do. And look, everybody is going to point to other guys on the roster that are making more money and producing less.
Yeah.
So if I'm him, I'm looking at Elias Lindholm. Just like if I'm Brad Marchand, I was looking at Elias Lindholm and saying, this guy's getting 7.75.
Mm-hmm.
He has 13 goals, and I have double that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think $5 million is unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm him.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he's not a full free agent, but I feel like he has the leverage, especially when no one else on the team can score goals.
Mm. Yeah, it's a bar setting salary. That's the wrong way.
Bad contract. Like they really fucking screwed themselves.
They did
signing him to that contract.
And I still am looking for the team that was bidding them against them. Like I still did you ever hear of a team that was in on it big time? Like I feel like that deal was done before he was even a free agent. Like that was a handshake agreement.
Yeah, there was the Bruins and no one else.
So with Zadorov and him, you didn't bid against anybody. Like take a gauge of the fucking thing. Like it's just that's just stupid. What a terrible offseason for him. And created this monumental collapse and rebuild. And then Jim Montgomery, Michigan Mike says Jim Montgomery is in the West wild card tonight ahead of DeBrusque. The Montgomery thing again, like Jimmy Murphy goes on this fucking, he goes on this thing about Montgomery and it wasn't his fault. We get it. The roster stunk. It was a disjointed group. There's a million issues, and Montgomery was not even in the top 3 or 4. I get it. But the way he handled himself caused them to be like, we got to move on from this guy right now. What they should have done is fired him before the season.
Yes.
That's what they should have done.
Mm-hmm.
And brought Jay Leach in before the season and just said, we're going with this guy.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They had a lame duck who didn't feel respected and was starting to look at going back to St. Louis. And he literally had his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, he quit on the fucking team. As much as you can say it's not his fault early in the season, and that can be debated. I mean, it's on the players, it's on Sweeney, it's on Montgomery. Like, you can debate that thing. But partway through the year, he quit. He flat out quit. He stopped trying. He stopped giving a shit at all. So that's on him. And, people can say whatever the fuck they want to about that thing, but he was part of the problem. He was.
Yeah.
Not originally, but when it got to be really bad there and they had to fire his ass, he deserved to be fired then.
He did.
Probably before that point. At that point in time, he deserved
it. They had to.
Yeah, he had given up.
He deserved their hands. He was like, I'm going to act like this so you can fire me. Like, that's what he did. So yes, it's not his fault, but it's his fault how he reacted so that he got fired. Like, I understand why they fired the guy. So both can be true. Like, So the two things that he was at fault at were that Florida first round series where he gagged it, and then the way he reacted during after 20 games here. Like,
it's not black and white. There's gray, there's nuance to it.
Yeah.
So both things can be true.
They can be. I don't know. Let's see. Aussie Bruins 37. His mate Lauko was there patting the bulldog when they went to break. Lauks. Oh my God.
I fucking love you guys.
Is Pasta the next in Boston to Florida pipeline? Says Christy DeLisi. Because Pasta, wiggle his way over to Florida too.
Yeah. If Pasta gets traded, we're taking back some of your good players.
I'll tell you what, I Pasta. If I'm David Pastrnak, don't I go into the office at the end of the year in my exit interview, whatever the hell it is, and I say, okay, what's the plan, Donnie?
Yes,
and give me a plan that is a plan, not we're gonna find guys who are hard to play against, and we're gonna get this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna Bruins hockey, and blah blah blah. No, give me an actual plan. Of what you're going to do. Who are the guys you want to get? I'll call them. Like all that. Like if I'm Pastrnak, I'm doing that thing because Donnie, I can't do this for like 2, 3, 4 seasons or whatever. I can't do this. Sweens, sorry.
Thank you.
Sweens. Yeah. Sweens. Can you give me a plan? Yeah. Sweens.
Yeah, he should be doing that. And I tell you what, if he doesn't like the answer, he's asking out. And it's going to happen sooner rather than later. If they don't figure this shit out.
It's 100% going to happen.
If Sweens' plan doesn't align with what Pastrnak thinks the team should be doing, he'll be like, I'm done with this shit. I'm in my prime right now. I want to win. And it's not going to happen here.
And he hasn't won.
No, it's not going to happen here with this clown running the show. So I want to go somewhere where they actually care about winning and try to win. So this is going to be, he's going to have to sell David Pastrnak on staying with the Bruins.
He's going to have to. Yes.
And his vision better be good, and it better align with what Pastrnak wants and hopes that the team is going to become, or he's not going to be here. He's not going to finish his career here if this bullshit, keeps up.
Yeah, I'd love a Bruins media member to be like, Donnie, what's the Sweens? What is the plan going into this off season? Like, what's the plan? Like, what, give me, and when he gives you that for Fakta, Harvard business thing, we're going to do what's best for a hockey club. Okay, Sweens, what is best for your hockey club? Tell me what is best. Like, what is best? What do you envision that to look like? What is best?
The problem with that is that he can't do anything other than talk generally, because you can't say like
actual players.
I'm going to sign Mitch Marner in this.
Right.
So it's going to come off, no matter what it is, no matter what his answer is, it's going to come off as, Harvard Business School bullshit, because he has to only talk in generalities. So it's going to piss us off no matter what he says, because we don't like him anyways. And I'm fine with that, because I don't like him, and I don't think he should have the job. So he's going to talk in generalities about what his plan is, and I'm going to kill him for it, because I don't want him here anyway. So there you go.
Yeah. Bruins 1970 says, I'm starting to care less about a better draft pick if it means getting fucking shellacked and embarrassed every game. Sorry, John. Yeah, I mean, right now it's embarrassing. Yeah. It was the first couple of games, first 4 or 5 games. The little engine that could. Remember we said, maybe they can scratch and claw their way to staying in it. But now, of course, the truth will set you free. And now they suck, and they suck even worse. And now they're one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're a bottom 3 team right now, and it's embarrassing. And it is embarrassing what's happening. And some of it is like your goalie is a $8.25 million goaltender. He should be a top 5 goalie in the league. So he's not playing like it. Like, it's not like you can blame Vinny Lettieri and, you can say, okay, well, this guy and this guy. But for Christ's sake, your goalie, who you have for the next 7 years, whatever it is, it stinks. So that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can beat up on the Patrick Browns and Vinny Lattieris of the world.
Yeah, I mean, they stink.
Fault.
Yeah.
They're
not their fault.
Yeah, they're trying to do their job, and they're just not very good, is all. And it's not their fault. They're making fucking minimum wage, in NHL parlance, and it's Jeremy Swayman. It's the guys who are getting paid good money. Elias Lindholm, Charlie Coyle, Pavel Zacha, who all had shit years. Trent Frederick, disappeared for a month and a half. Like, it's not the scrubs along the edges. It's the star players that were bad all year.
Yeah. Jonesy says Sway couldn't set the star market. Never mind the goalie market. See what makes us shine.
Yes, sir.
No one is trading for Swayman, says Jonesy. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't right now. I mean, especially with that contract. I mean, my God.
No, the Bruins would have to eat probably a decent size of that thing.
Yeah, sure. Adrian says, I didn't realize it was a game tonight. Too bad I had a ton of reading to do for work. But really, would watching this game have been more fun?
No.
I would have read War and Peace, front to back and then back again instead of watching this thing. I mean, my God.
The only way that this game would have been fun was if they let the goalies fight, and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't let the goalies fight. She's also wondering where T-Buzz is. He's still. How long does it take to how long does it take to move into Connor's house? Like, how long?
It's a good question.
He's in the barn with the chickens.
Does he not have internet? Do you not have internet? Like, what do you got? Do people wear tinfoil hats to try to connect the internet over there? Do you? What are you doing?
We're keeping him out in the barn. There's no internet out there. He's got dial-up.
What do you got? A hamster wheel to make the power go?
He's sleeping on a haystack with a rifle next to him. That's what he's. It's like 1883.
He's got to look out for the foxes eating all of Connor's chickens.
Yeah. Maybe it's T-Buzz pissed.
Yeah,
ripping all the pets' heads are falling off.
I miss T-Buzz's sips.
Yeah, I know. He had some high quality.
We need him back.
Maybe
he's not. Maybe he's like he moved to wherever Connor lives in the middle of nowhere. Maybe he's like a Red Wings fan now. Something.
Oh God.
He
actually kind of started the whole Sips thing.
He did.
He did. He indirectly kind of started the whole Sips thing.
Yeah.
John Brown says teams may want Sway, but because they see he's playing on a bad team. I hope so. I hope so, John. I hope that everybody wants him and they can just pick their best offer and send him. I mean, for God's sakes. Last one left. Is pasta for sale this offseason? No. I mean, they can't do that.
No.
They can't and won't do that. He has to be a building block. And then tonight we heard that Andy Brickley told the Kings broadcasters that the team really wants McAvoy to step up and be the leader and take the team over.
Mm-hmm.
So McAvoy and Pastrnak will be here for a long time. That's all you really got right now.
That's all you have. I mean, you used to say the goalie too, but I'm not sure you can say that now.
You can't say the goalie. I'm not saying the goalie. No, I'm not saying the goalie. Goalie's not a building block. No way.
Not right now.
No way. He's playing like a backup, like a very average to below average backup.
He's playing like a very expensive backup is what he's playing.
He is. Bruins 1970, all those blowouts Sway has been in for. I bet Sweens and Neely are telling Sacco to keep him in to be embarrassed. I think they did that thing kind of all year long. Montgomery was doing that early on, like just kind of let him rot in the goal and not pulling him. Like, and I think a lot of this is this little underlying message of, you wanted your money.
Yeah.
You earn your money.
Just wait. Just you wait. I have it for you. Ty Anderson on Twitter He said, I believe it was Fluto who asked this, but somebody asked Nikita Zadorov if he appreciated Jeremy Swayman sticking up for Nutty. And his quote was, "Is that what it is? I don't know. No comment."
Really?
So Nikita Zadorov I like him more and more all the time. And I think he should get it. Hey, I think they think he's a little bit of a prima donna, like fake tough guy.
Yeah, arrogant, fake tough guy.
Guy.
Yeah. He's over in the corner of the locker room being like, "Oh, I'm tough and I'm the best and I feel good and I got my money," and they're all looking at him like, "Really?"
I think his teammates do not like him.
I don't think so. I think they don't, which is why the Lauko thing makes sense.
The Lauko thing makes sense, but also they play better in front of Korpisalo thing makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That's a really interesting comment by Zadorov. Like a no comment in the end too is almost like I have more to say, but I won't. There's no comment right now. That's what that says.
Yeah.
No comment means something there.
Oh, sure it does.
Sure it does.
Absolutely. No comment says everything without saying anything.
How about the big fellas? Brazo goal yesterday for the Wild. Aussie Bruin says his total ice time was 7.5 minutes. Killing it in Minnesota. He's barely in the lineup. He scored the only way he can. Like his big ass was parked in front of the goaltender. It hit him and another guy a couple of times, and he finally banged it in like out of midair or something.
Yeah.
Like he can't score any other way. But if he parks his ass in there, it takes him a while to get there. But if he gets there and you possess the puck, you might do a little something around the net. That's kind of him. Just doesn't fly in the NHL. Just doesn't fly. That was his first goal. It might have been his first point as well, because he had some scratches in there early. Like they didn't even have him in the lineup.
He did.
Joe Bandara. I don't know anybody in the right frame of mind would still be watching this team. It's just sad. Well, we are.
We're also not in the right frame of mind, Joe.
No, that's never been.
We drink on a Sunday night, and we use these lovely.
Yeah, get your rocks glass, okay? Because we got some sort of streak that probably ended, but we're gonna pretend we still have one.
No, we sold more. We did. So use the coupon code. Sorry, John, get 20% off. Buy a rocks glass. Buy a fucking sweatshirt. Buy a t-shirt. Buy a buy a mug. Dishwasher safe. There's all kinds of things on there. There's Hubba Hockey, Boston hockey shirts. There's shirts for other teams if you feel like watching them instead of the Bruins. There's all kinds of shit on there. So go to InsideTheRink.com, buy some shit from us. We appreciate it. Keep the streak alive.
Hey, buy all the stuff. Like buy all the stuff.
Keep the streak alive.
Keep the streak alive. We're streaking, honey. The standard for forward contracts is gonna be Elias Lindholm now, says Hasmick. Like they screwed the league. They'd be like, Elias Lindholm makes this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you
they sure did. They sure did. Giving a guy with 44 points, $7.75 million. That's gonna throw your internal salary cap on your team out of whack.
It sure is. Geekie might be smart enough to know his numbers or what they are because of Pasta. He will sign a 2-year deal, says Zach Haste. Thoughts?
I hope so. I mean, I think he wants to, from what I've heard, and I could be wrong about this, but I'm going to play Bruins Benders Smitty Insider right now.
Okay.
From what I've heard, he feels a certain amount of loyalty to the Bruins because they gave him an opportunity to play more minutes, come into a larger role, play in a more top six than what he got prior to showing up here in Seattle and other places. So he feels a little bit of a loyalty to them. So he wants to sign here. He wants to stay here. Whether the contract can be worked out, I don't know, because it's the numbers going up every day because he keeps scoring more goals. So I think he would still want to sign, and maybe the number won't be as high as it would for other teams because he feels a certain degree of loyalty for the opportunity the Bruins gave him. and Sweens gave him. But, that only goes so far. If the team's not very good, and you're one of the few guys that can score goals, you're going to be looking for, a pretty good contract, and hopefully they can come to a group.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say two times. I'm going to say I do 2 times 4. I'm going to say 2 times 4.5. Probably 2 for 9.
2 for 9's realistic.
Yeah, sure.
I think because he's making what two right now.
Two. Yeah, 2 for. He had 2-year deal for $2 million per. Yeah.
So 2 times 4, I think doubling his salary, I think is pretty good. And if you, if you're going 2 times 4.5, I think that's perfectly acceptable.
Right. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Sway since that Amazon Prime face footage came out, says Zach Haste. Well, I think there's a whole package here with Swayman, and there is something in there. And I think that's why Marchand kind of was like so pissed early on. And it was hard to gather everybody together, and it fractured the team because I think it was largely because of Swayman. It is, Matthew Curtis just said it's a wild comment from Zadorov. It really is. Like, Zadorov is like, I've been sticking up for guys all year long. Like, I've been sticking my neck out there, and I'm trying to win, and I'm here to play in the playoffs. He said it early on. Yeah. So when Swayman's over there, like fake tough guy in at center ice and standing behind the ref who's breaking it up already, then Zadorov is like, that's not what we're doing here. You know what I mean? And I think, I think Zadorov is basically saying, stop the puck and I'll punch guys in the face.
Yeah, I think he is.
Do that.
He's like, I have to stick up for you in the crease when you're getting banged by people. Don't pretend like because the other goalie, 200 feet away from you, hit a guy that all of a sudden you're going to stick up for, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a good point. It's like, wait a minute. You're basically coming out to center ice to challenge the goalie. What are you saying? Like, no one else is doing it, so I'm going to do it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like this, like, well, I'm going to have to do this now because no one's going to stick up for Nutty or whatever. And Zadorov's like, no, I've been doing it all year, pal.
Right. Yeah, I tell you what, if I'm the Zadorov, the next time someone runs over Swayman, I would just say to Swayman, like, get up, fight the guy. Yeah. Like, you do it yourself, fucking tough
I would
guy.
bend down my 6'6" frame and be like, get up.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah. You go and fight him now. If you're a tough guy and you can, you're gonna police the fucking crease. You do it yourself, dickhead.
So is this like? So to me, this is a pretty big issue. Like going into next season, this is a really big issue. If there's guys on the team who really can't stand him, and he's a narcissistic jerk off, like that's a big problem to me.
Yeah,
and that makes it even more like it's not just about you didn't play up to your contract. It's a bigger deal than that. So. Yeah. To me, that makes me think that, maybe they try to at least throw something out there, or at least have some conversations, around free agency time and around draft time. Maybe they do just to see kind of what's out there. I don't think they do it now, but I think it's on the table before that no movement clicks in. I really do.
It's on the table. It might be if it's worse than we thought. It might be.
And they might have to take the wrong Primo and Brian Ralston and all that shit. They might have to do that thing.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be, 25 cents on the dollar. But you know what? If it helps the team, then sometimes you gotta do what you don't feel like doing.
Yeah, if it's a team morale, if it's a buy-in thing, like if you can't get guys to buy in defensively because they don't like the goaltender, that's a huge issue.
Yeah,
huge issue.
I'm with you. Katie says, I mean, with how often it's our D-men's fault, I don't blame him. Okay, Katie. Katie, I agree with it that the D's not great. And right now there's a cast of characters that 5 years from now, you'll struggle to give the 6th defenseman who played tonight. You will be like, who played that night where Swayman tried to fight Kemper? And you'll probably get 2 guys out of the 6. So I get it. But Swayman needs to be far better. Like, he's just hasn't been good. The team doesn't like him. He held the team over a barrel in the contract thing. He stuck it out in the media like he was some pioneer. Yeah. Like, it just all stinks to high heavens. And their defense sucks right now. I get it. But make those last 3 goals, make all those saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he there was saves he should have made. The defense hasn't been good. I mean, the first goal they scored, Yoki Hayu was in the middle of the ice again. They spring him wide. He walks in on a breakaway and scores.
Right.
I mean, that's not Swayman's fault.
And the other thing is, if you can't possess the puck and actually create offense, then your defense is constantly trying to play defense. Like, they had 13 shots on net. Like, the other teams, San Jose, LA, like, constantly coming at the goaltender. So the defense is really, like, it's not a great. They're already shorthanded, and now they have to play like every single. I mean, the possession time is like 2-1. Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, look, some of that's the defense's fault because they can't clear pucks, so they can't make a pass.
Yeah.
But they also have guys, flying the zone. They have guys doing, dumb things with communication. Like, there's a play at center ice or just outside the blue line where, they block a puck and it gets, Zadorov overskates it because he thinks the next guy's going to pick it up, but he doesn't go to get it. And then it turns around in their zone and the other team gets a chance. Like, there's just so many things like that where they don't communicate and they just do like dumb shit.
Yeah.
And it leads to chances for the other team. They can't get a clear, or they overskate it, or they don't talk to each other, or like there's so many problems, issues, errors, and that shit all adds up. And it probably wears on a goalie after a while. And look, it's not all Swayman's fault. And it's not.
No.
But he has not helped the situation at all from the very beginning. He was probably one of the reasons they got off to a slow start, because he held out. And you had to play the backup, and people probably resented the fact that he held out. Like, so that is his fault. Like, that part of it is.
Yeah.
So
100.
There's plenty of blame to go around through everyone, Swayman included.
I'm with you.
Included, coaching,
1,000%.
front office, everybody. The team as a whole is bad. So when the team as a whole is bad, it's everybody. It's not one guy that's making the thing go wrong. It's a collective bunch of suck. It's not.
I'll tell you right now, it's not one guy or girl who makes this thing go right. It's all you people out there.
It is.
We're at it again. Was it Wednesday night at Anaheim?
That's the next game.
Another late one. Yeah, Wednesday night at Anaheim, and then they play Saturday at Detroit, and then they come home for Washington, and then we're at Montreal. A week from Thursday, we'll be in Montreal. We're gonna do some stuff out there. Maybe do a little Benders off air kind of sneak peek.
We're gonna do some Benders off air sneak peek. We're gonna do maybe a little Benders on the road. Might do some. You might catch some YouTube of us just traveling the country.
Just Benders on the road.
Just driving around.
This fire that one right up, just driving aimlessly.
Really excited. It'll be fucking driving around.
Yeah, just 5-hour ride.
There'll be some content. Maybe on the way up there, and then while we're in Montreal. And I think we're gonna do the Saturday night game, right? Saturday night, the 5th. They're
5th, the 5th. There gets Carolina. They have Carolina at home.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing the post game live from Montreal. Yeah,
from Montreal.
That'll be some.
And if you're in the Montreal area, reach out to us.
Yeah,
maybe we'll meet you at a bar somewhere or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have any Montreal.
That post game live is going to be entirely in French, though. So
entirely in French. Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the French. What was it? Was it what was that? I'm dating myself. What was that Mad About You when he went in and tried to cancel her French class? And she was like, en français. Yeah. We're gonna do everything en français.
En français.
In Montreal. Hey, thanks everyone for joining us tonight on this post game. Bruins lose at 7-2. Rinse and repeat. 10 more to go. And maybe the
do you have to say go Bruins at the end?
I may not. Go Bruins opponents. 20% off with code Sorry John. Get some merch, and we'll see you Wednesday. All right. Until then, go Bruins opponents.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.